Hi everyone, welcome back to Gillian at Mystic Healing Therapies. How are you all doing? Thank you for being here, by the way. I really appreciate all the messages and encouragement that I receive. It really does make this job worthwhile. So thank you. So how's everyone doing? Isn't the world just getting crazier and crazier? And as it does get crazier, it's just a little reminder to stay in that heart-centered place, not to get caught up in the divide and separate, to stay in the here and now moment, the present moment, absorb your surroundings, take gratitude, ground yourself, forward your intention every day, put it on where you want your life to be. A few simple spiritual hygiene tips that will help you navigate these times. But, as you know, I've spent a week or so out of the country, and one thing that I've realised is, this really is a world agenda playing out. Each country has its own little nuance. I think Britain, or at least England, as far as I can see, we're surveillanced more than any other country in Europe. I think perhaps Switzerland is a close second. But definitely the cameras and the interventions here seem more advanced in terms of the nonsense agendas that we see in playing out. But one thing that I found really interesting to observe is I'm more than certain that in France they are using etheric energy. So when you go up the mountains, I can see the transmitters. I'll put a photograph, I'm not sure whether on my Telegram channel of these transmitters. So the Telegram link's below if you want to see what I'm talking about. I can clearly see them pulling the energy off the mountains. It's rather incredible and it's so obvious, but then how much are they charging everybody for their energy bills? This has got to stop, hasn't it? So yes, an interesting place. Oh, another musing of my travels. I went to Reims, which is the champagne capital of France, where all the major champagne houses are. And it's interesting, I've never seen a city with so much Tatarian infrastructure. Now, what I've just joined a couple of dots with is around 6 years ago, I went on a champagne tour and in the vaults underneath the city. And somebody asked the question, why did the champagne houses not get bombed? And the tour guide said, oh, it's because the big guys like champagne and they're not going to cut off the champagne supply. Well, with hindsight, it makes me realise that of course they're not. They're all in it together. So this is why the city of Reims has got more architecture than ever, because one, they've not bombed it because they wanted to keep their champagne supply intact. And two, it's where a lot of these global organisations, especially like the champagne ones, they must all be in the club to be that successful. So all these things are making sense with hindsight. Now I want to share with you something, a dream, a vision, whatever you like to call it, that I had a couple of nights ago. So I dreamt that this aircraft was coming into land, Let's say you've got a local airport and an aircraft is coming to land. But in my dream, the aircraft stopped. So it was stationary. It was a big aeroplane and it just literally stopped. And people were thinking, it's stationary. It's not a helicopter, so it's not hovering. So why is this big aircraft stationary? And in my dream, I was shouting out to everybody, look, things aren't as they seem. This is a 3D hologram. Do you see what I've been saying? This is what I'm saying. Things aren't as they seem. So a lot of people without the knowledge that we've got watching channels like this, they were absolutely freaking out. But we were like, yeah, we told you so. We told you so. This is what we've been saying. So I've been off grid for kind of like a week or so, I like to just take a break from everything. And then I realised, there's been a few events people are talking about, major psyops and stuff. And I'm just thinking, that's interesting. I wonder if that was, one of the timelines. But we know timelines change all the time. But anyway, it's just an interesting observation. Just a little update. I'm so excited to tell you that I'm going to be getting a big upgrade on my website. You know, sometimes we need to clear out the old and bring in the new, and that includes energies of things that aren't serving you anymore. So I'm going to have a big upgrade on my website coming soon. I'll let you know when that's done and dusted. And also on the 21st of August, I will be speaking at Lady Neen's Cafe Bistro in Long Eaton in Nottinghamshire again. So put that in your diary, folks. I think it's 7 o'clock. Lady Neen's at Long Eaton in Derbyshire. Sorry, Nottingham. It's actually the Derbyshire-Nottingham border. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing you then. Put it in your diary. I'll be selling my books there as well. It's a great community down there, you know. They a great bunch of people. And a nice awake community, very welcoming. Pop along. Lady Neen's is an awake cafe. We like to support awake businesses. Take your cash, you know. And I'll see you all there on the 21st of August. All right, I'm going to enjoy this sunshine. Oh yeah, another thing about Europe, they're still ruining the skies in Europe. It's just because it's hotter down there that it burns it off. But yeah, we still had quite a few chem days of rain. You know, they don't escape it down there either. What a world agenda it is. Anyway, sending you all lots of love, everyone. Bye for now.